Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Wednesday, 30th of October 2024. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre Market Commentary, where we discuss what happened yesterday and what can happen today. So let's just dive in immediately into what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a fascinating day because lots of stocks went up and lots of stocks also crashed. So what I am talking is the market is doing what is called as a churn and burn. So good stocks, money is pouring in, like PSU Banks and generally the banking sector, and bad stocks or stocks with not so good results, like autos, have been smashed. So auto stocks, which were the high flying stocks, are being burnt, and the market is churning and is churning towards good stocks. So that is a sign of a healthy market. Now, if you look at what happened yesterday in the morning, there were quite a bit of nervousness, and the Nifty, the Bank Nifty was doing well from the beginning. Opening was the low, but Nifty had gave a very horrid time to any day trader. Even we struggled yesterday. If you are especially into autos or pharma, you had a tough time. But still, at the end of the day, it recovered close to closing about 100 points. PSU Banks led from the front. After a very long time, the Kumbhakarna has got up. And why has it got up? We will discuss it a little later. And metal stocks recovered because China is planning a huge stimulus. Autos remained under pressure, as I said. Then mid-cap gained. Then Maruti fell off the cliff virtually because you see the results were not up to the market expectations. It's not that the results were bad, but nowadays expectations are kept so high for high-flying stocks and sectors that should they miss it by a few points here and there, the stock comes crashing down. To some extent, the management commentary helped it to recover from the lows. But today we have to see whether it continues uptrend or will it continue its downtrend. So some of the banks also did not do too well, like Bandhan Bank and a couple of other banks. So Canara Bank came up with good results and it did spectacularly well. Adani Enterprises and Adani Ports also did very well because the results were quite good. Bharti Airtel, on some flimsy reason of Mr. Gopal Vittal being elevated and no longer handling the company, crashed in the initial hours. Bharti Airtel is one of the strongest stocks in the Nifty, and then it bounced back at the close when Mr. Gopal Vittal, in a specially televised teleconference, said that he is going to stay with the group for a very, very long time to come. Then mid-cap stocks, which are popular like Hudco, did very well because the results were very good. So advance decline, the advances are in favor of declines. The statistics were in favor of advances, 2:1. Again, sign of a very healthy market. What did the FIs and DIs do? Very interesting yesterday. No major transactions from them. It is, I think, one of the lowest sale figure in this month. It is the lowest sales figures in this month at 550 crores by FIIs. DIs also matched them with the lowest net purchase numbers at 730 crores. So what is happening here is clearly churn, and the burn is, as I mentioned, in the auto stocks. What did the global equities do? Dow Jones came down. Dow Jones were very volatile. The reason being that quite a few stocks components were really volatile in the index. So that resulted in about 0.36% down. S&P made a new high, and Nasdaq made a new high. The European markets were not doing well during the day, and today is the Bank of England decision, I suppose, on interest rates, which they will cut. Now let's look at the earnings report card. That is where the churn is. See, Adani Enterprises, look at the numbers. Consolidated PBT, 137% increase. Revenue increased by 14%. Net profit increased from 228 crores to humongous 1,740 crores. So no wonder Adani Enterprises was the darling of investors yesterday. Look at Canara Bank. Canara Bank profit after tax up by 11%. NIA up by 4.6%. And they gave a guidance. They said that they will meet all their targets for 25. Please note that Canara Bank and many other public sector banks are trading at valuations of 5p, 6p, 7p. Even the big SBI is trading only at 8p. So therefore, if you look at anything which is cheap in this market or inexpensive in this market and it has got a long runway, I suspect it is PSU Banks. Incidentally, we hold Canara Bank in our portfolio. Just look at Punjab National Bank. Punjab National Bank's results came, net profit zoomed 145%, and they are flush with funds and they're able to control what they're doing. Their NPAs are coming down, interest income is up. Bank of Baroda is another one. Big big weightage in the PSU Bank Index. NI up by 7%, net profit up by 23%, whereas a GNPA is down by 38%, 38 basis points, and NNPA is down by 9 basis points. Look at the NNPA for net NPA, for instance, is just 0.6, below 1%. And all this when there was a lot of hullabaloo created saying that banks are going to struggle, banks are not getting deposits, banks are not giving out loans, there'll not be a lot of NPAs. But here is the evidence that it is not so. Then there's another one which is a popular one, Voltas. Voltas also did very well. Profit has taken off like anything. Revenue is up more than the profit. Profit could be because of so many adjustments. Revenue is up by 14%. EBITDA is up by 118%. Margin is up by 277 basis points. So all of them looking very, very interesting. So end of the day, what we are going to see is, a churn and burn kind of situation where, the markets will now begin to separate the wheat from the chaff is what I would think so. So what I think, before we go, I think just look at what Asian markets have done today. Asian markets have opened brighter, and Nikkei is up about 335 points here. And then you have Hang Seng, which is going to open shortly, not yet done. Then you have gold, which hit an all-time high, 32% from the beginning of this year, which even Nifty has not given. Then DXY is strong, and then US 10-year is slowly coming down. US 10-year we should come down because Fed is going to reduce interest rates as the days go by. So all and all, everything considered, I think things are looking for brighter. The good gets more money. The bad takes money. Money gets taken out from there. So I go again with optimism that today should be a good day. If you are doing BTFD, there's no need to rush and buy. Slowly the bulls are gaining confidence, and only in good stocks. There's so many stocks which may still come down in the month of November. So it is not that there is green flag and one can buy anything and everything. That is not what one should be doing. At least we are not doing that. We are buying only select stocks, and we are concentrating on Bank Nifty components. And today onwards, we are concentrating more on the PSU banks, because clearly they have shown that the path ahead is, they are able to control the NPAs. They're able to control deposit growth. They're able to control loan growth. So that is a sign. This is reminding me of 2022, when everybody was skeptical of the PSU banks. From there, most banks went up 2, 3, 4 times in next 2 years. So I think the second coming is there for the PSU banks. So whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining.